evening's meeting to order. It is Tuesday, June 7th, 2022, and it's the Algonac City Council meeting. May I have roll call, please?
Mayor Pro Tem Bembas.
Here.
Councilman Blair.
Here.
Councilman Giller.
Here.
Councilwoman Harris.
Here.
Councilman Martin.
Here.
Councilman Scarbeck.
Here.
Mayor Stemberger.
Here. Will everyone please take a moment of silent prayer, and if you would keep the Goulet family in your thoughts, please. Will everyone please stand for the pledge? I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May I have a motion to approve this evening's agenda?
So moved. Support.
All those in favor say, oh, we have
Oh.
some amendments. Oh, forgot. We have, in big red letters, amended. Can, you approve the amended agenda, please? Some dates were wrong
So
on
moved.
items 11B and C.
Support.
Now, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, we have our agenda. Tonight, we have a real exciting award to give out. It is our Algonac Asset Award, and Councilman Rocky Gillis will be doing the honors, and we are honoring our Algonac High School wrestling team.
Good evening. I have this distinct honor of issuing the Algonac Asset Award upon the Algonac wrestling team. First, I'd like to introduce Coach Brian Ranger. And Coach Ranger took over as coach of Algonac High School before the 2011-2012 season with only 11 wrestlers and no feeder system. Coach Ranger quickly turned the program around with the help of his coaching staff, winning 5 district championships, consistently ranking in the top 10 in Division III, and building a youth program with more than 70 wrestlers. So Coach, I'll let you introduce your team.
Yeah, so thanks guys for having us. We are very appreciative of you guys extending this honor to us. I got about half the squad here. We have some athletes still playing sports here in the spring. We have our baseball team is in the boys regionals tomorrow. We have prom going on right now as well, so we have some athletes missing for prom. But we brought you, some of the ones that did really well this year. And as a team, before I talk about individuals, as a team, we were district champions, like Rocky said. We were voted Macomb County Team of the Year, finished second out of 37 teams, just behind Dakota, which is like the biggest school in the state. We were undefeated until the very end of the season, ranked 4th in the state, highest we've ever been ranked, I think. So it was a very successful season, and a lot of these guys and gals that were a big part of it were only freshmen and sophomores. So I actually, if you wouldn't mind, can you turn that for me? I actually am really good usually with remembering all this stuff, but I just didn't want to lose anyone. So starting from the top, these are our individual state qualifiers this year, so maybe when I say your name, you can stand up. We have Chris Campbell here. Oh yeah, come on up, Chris. Chris is 103 pounds. He was 4th in the state as a freshman. Chris Campbell. Duncan Garden, 112, also a freshman. He is state qualifier as a freshman. Very good. 130, David Clemens is not here. 145 is actually our senior captain, Jake Kazzer. He's a 4-time state qualifier, 2-time state placer, and he's the career leader in takedowns in Algonac Wrestling. And Jake will be signing Thursday with Olivet University. 171 is his brother Josh. Josh is a sophomore. He's already a 2-time state placer as a sophomore, so 2 for 2. And both these guys are Chase Hall's a senior state placer, senior prom. And then our ladies, actually, we'll go Faith Remain first. She's a senior, probably also at prom, 2-time 3rd in the state. And then last but not least, our 105-pound Michigan state champion, Sky Langwis. As well tonight, Connor and Griffin. Why don't you come on down? These are 2 freshmen that stepped in to the starting lineup at some point this year. They also practice with these guys every single day, so they're a big part of their individual success. From the next row, we got Marky Romanowski, he's a sophomore. Come on up, Marky, and then we got Steven Shannon and Reed Hilton in the front. Also, all freshmen and sophomores, all starters, all that. Yeah, so thank you guys for coming in tonight. It was a great season, and you know, of the people up here, we only lose Jake, so we're expecting to be even better next year. So thank you guys for having us, and we appreciate it.
Very good.
Very great. With that, the City of Algonac presents this award to the Algonac wrestling team. The Algonac City Council takes pleasure in acknowledging the tremendous achievements of our youth. We are proud to celebrate the many outstanding accomplishments of the Algonac wrestling team, including the 2022 district champions earned by all of your hard work and determination. We thank your coaches for their leadership and dedication for the betterment of each member of the team, both past and present. We are proud of your success and for representing the City of Algonac and Algonac High School like true champs. Congratulations on a job well done. Go Muskrats. And that is signed by our Mayor, Terry Stoneberger.
Thank you.
Hey, why don't you guys filter in front of the council here, please? We'll get your autographs later, just in case they're worth money in the future.
And I understand Sky made history as the first female state champion.
Alright. Got it, thank you guys.
Congratulations. Great job.
Thank you, appreciate it. Thank you.
Congratulations.
If you want to take the team, they're welcome to stay, but they.
I promised them Dairy Queen, actually. Come Russell, if you guys get through our practices, then I'll buy you Dairy Queen. So, they deserve it, they worked hard.
Nice job.
Thank you. We beat them this year. All right, thanks guys, go Muskrats.
Thank you guys, congratulations.
See you back next year.
I don't know, Rocky, you mentioned that they, our coaching staff from Algonac were the Macomb County Coaching Staff of the Year.
Macomb County. St. Clair County.
But we still,
We're so good.
we're still part of it.
We're so good that they,
Yeah, we're still part of it. So, that's pretty cool.
It's super cool.
I know Chris Robb and I, we played sports in school with Mrs. Eglinton. And she just saw to it that we got to play with other teams, but this is so cool to see somebody has gone this far. But it took this long to get a girl to be a state champion.
Yeah.
Glad she did it. At this time, it's time for public comments. Remember to state your name, your address, and you have 5 minutes to speak. Please be respectful, everyone, of the speakers, the city council, and the democratic process during comments and throughout the meeting. So if anybody would like to speak, pop on up to the podium. I'm seeing no one move. Don't flinch. All right, now we'll go on to our city manager's report, and then we will also have a presentation from Mrs. Gerstenberg.
Thank you, Mayor Stoneberger. We'll begin with the report. Once again, an update on the pool. As we mentioned at the last meeting, Algonac has received a $300,000 grant for the pool. However, the city cannot move forward without a project agreement in place with the state of Michigan. If the city were to move forward, they would lose the $300,000 grant, and the state still has not released access to the funds. With the Scout Park playground equipment, I am pleased to say that construction is expected to start this week. There was a gentleman out there surveying the site yesterday, and the equipment is going to be moved out there starting today and tomorrow. On May 17th, there was a resident who requested information about collecting leaves into December. We are still in contact with Antira discussing that. We believe that there's an issue with the leaves being accepted after a particular date, so we'll follow up with more information as we get it. The Robbins Street project, they started to move equipment down there, and they will be milling on Friday. So that is moving forward, and just a reminder that it started late in the season because due to COVID, just like everything else, materials were not available. In fact, we had a site meeting last week, and the water pipe, that was supposed to come in last year just came in. The contractor ended up piecemealing it last summer to get the job started when he did. The MDOT bridge repairs by the library, we had talked about that. MDOT was contacted in April, and they will be out this summer to fix the bridge on M29. There was a comment on Facebook regarding a uncovered storm drain at Summer End Market. That is a very old storm drain. It does not have a standardized cover. It is also in an awkward position. So we have, and it's sitting at an odd angle. It does need a custom cover that we have ordered, and we are just waiting for that to be delivered. So to continue with the manager's report, we are continuing with Algonac Vision Part 2. This presentation talks about the technology and communication improvements that the city council has made since the 2017 visioning plan that was approved, and with the residents and business input. So back in December of 2017, we went to a strategic visioning process. We took input from businesses and residents about what would make Algonac a great place to live, work, and play. We developed goals, objectives, and a vision for the future. So as they related to technology and communication, we looked to support installation of a faster internet phone service, to seek improved communication with the public, to update the city website, to modernize access to services, and to start accepting online payments. So since 2017, the city council has worked with city administration and staff to improve technology and communication, because technology helps cities improve public services, promote better interaction with their citizens, and can increase productivity. So we have made transparency improvements. Packets are now electronic. The agendas, the meeting materials, and minutes are all available online for public viewing. City council meeting videos, the videos are posted and stored on the city website for the public to view at any time. We've also started posting them on Facebook. The city council approved a license agreement for 5G wireless installation on public structures. We are starting to take electronic payments using Invoice Cloud. We've implemented online payments for both taxes and water bills so far. We have a brand new modernized website, which is much easier for citizens to maneuver and get information from. There is a Wi-Fi access point at City Hall. St. Clair County RESA actually installed free 24-hour high-speed Wi-Fi in the Algonac City Hall parking lot during COVID for students and faculty and staff who may not have internet connectivity due to COVID-related school closures. Students and staff can connect to the network using their school-issued email and password. Online public records. This is something council recently approved. We are working on putting this together so our residents will be able to access property and tax information, apply for permits, schedule inspections, pay for property taxes, utilities, pay permits, and miscellaneous receivables, all online. We are working to implement a scan to pay water bill. We are also putting together the ability to search comparable sales data through the assessing property sales search. And that will also be accessible right off of our website. Electronic document storage. We are in the process of replacing all of our paper files and rows of filing cabinets with electronic copies of documents, all attached per address in the BSNA software system. This will be very important for all city employees as well as residents. You will be able to see complete histories for addresses. Since 2017, Algonac has now a Facebook page to communicate with our residents. We also have resident welcome packets, so there's approximately 70 new residents or new households in the city each year, and the city clerk mails out resident welcome packets to each and every one of them. Documents on demand. This is something that has recently gone online. So the city clerk clerk has implemented an efficient, cost-effective cloud storage document center on the city website that provides effortless retrieval of past and present data. It makes it easy for city staff and the public to search municipal documents in seconds. We also have an electronic community bulletin board. You may have saw that scrolling when you first came into the city council chambers. So flyers for events are advertised on monitors throughout the community. A number of our businesses, doctor offices, they also have the same community bulletin board so that we can share our events and what's going on in the community with everyone. Permit applications are all online and available, so you can print those for yourself at home. They're not fillable yet, but we are working towards that. And electronic packets for city council. So today, you received a paper packet, but you also have received your iPads. So from now on, all your council information is going to be available to you on your iPad. And thank you, Mayor Stoneburner. Those are some of the technology communication advancements that we've put in place since 2017.
Thank you very much. I just want to make one comment when you talked about not receiving the grant yet for the swimming pool. Six Rivers Land Conservancy sent another letter to House Representatives asking them to please act on it. So, and this is like the third one that they've sent them, asking them to get rolling on it, because it's affecting a lot of communities, and they can't do their job either. So, thank you very much. All right, we have wait a minute, I'm skipping one. Consent agenda. We need to approve our consent agenda, which consists of our regular meeting minutes of May 17th, 2022. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support.
Comments, questions, concerns? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we have approved our consent agenda. We have no unfinished business, so we'll get right to the new business. First up, we're being asked to adopt the resolution 20-06 for fiscal year 2022 to 2023 budget. This was submitted by our city manager, Gerstenberg, and city treasurer, Mackey. We received in the resolution that it acknowledges that we had the budget public hearing. It authorizes the millage levy and fees and penalties. It adopts the budget, authorizes capital projects, confirms financial reports that are to be provided to city council, requires budget monitoring, and sets the annual refuse disposal charges. Also attached, we received the budget letter, fees, or department goals and objectives, the 22-23 budget, wages, fee schedule, cost recovery, capital improvement plan, and notice of public hearing. As required by law, this budget projects a general fund positive net position for this year. May I have a motion, please?
I'd like to make a motion to adopt resolution 22-06 for fiscal year 22-23 budget as presented.
Support.
Discussion, comments, questions, concerns?
I have a short comment, and that is approving this budget, which I will want to do, does not mean that it's approval of every item in the budget. That there are some capital improvement proposals that each I expect we will have a chance to vote on.
I
You're
also agree,
correct.
Mayor Stoneburner, I also agree with, the budget has a lot of work, it's very, very well presented. But I also don't wanna have everything in the capital projects to go through, and I would like to have a vote before it's done.
We always have to do,
Okay.
that is part of the process.
Okay.
Anyone else? Well, I'd like to thank the city council, the city manager, our city treasurer, and all the staff members who worked on this fiscally sound budget. This budget invests in infrastructure and assures that residents will continue to receive efficient and quality public services. It also reflects what this community strives to be, a safe, vibrant, and welcoming place to live, work, and play. The residents of Algonac said they wanted well-maintained residential and commercial properties, better recreational facilities, investments in new technology, and better public spaces. They wanted to see our unique maritime culture embraced and celebrated. They wanted more shopping and restaurants, and these quality of life amenities are what attract businesses to a community. We have come so far. If you just look at Riverfront Park, we have the tables with the umbrella, the colorful Adirondack chairs, cornhole boards, new banners, American flags, and public art displayed on buildings, fire hydrants, and light pole bases. There are more events in the park than ever before. Music in the park now utilizes the county stage, has arts and crafts for kids, and there are food and ice cream trucks. I think it would be difficult to find someone in this community that wants to go back in time where the only amenities in Riverfront Park were gray picnic tables chained to the ground. Famous American psychologist Abraham Maslow, it comes from my background in having to take psych classes to become a teacher, he said, "You will either step forward into growth or you'll step backward into safety." This council has not raised taxes. Water and sanitary sewer charges will not increase this year for the third year in a row. The cost of refuse collection will remain the same. In fact, this city council has approved budgets that achieve financial stability while adding to our reserves. As such, the city is well positioned to approve this budget and continue investing in year-round quality of life amenities consistent with the 2017 visioning plan established by our residents. Anybody else have anything to say?
I do, past everything, there's one line that sticks out for me that is very, very important. As required by law, this budget projects a general fund positive net position for the year. Bam, what more can you say? It's a balanced budget. Even if we approve everything, and that's not even including any things that we might try to get grants on or anything like that, we're looking at a positive net position.
And I also, I agree with that, but also acknowledge we don't have, there's some wishes on there. And that is, I've worked with budgets in my career for several years. You don't get everything you want. You don't buy everything that's in your budget. And sometimes there are emergencies or other things that come up. But as it stands right now, I believe this is a good budget.
Yes, absolutely.
Anyone else? We'll go ahead and vote. Roll call, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Bembas.
Yes.
Councilman Blair.
Yes.
Councilman Gillis.
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris.
Yes.
Councilman Martin.
Yes.
Councilman Scarback.
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Our second item of new business is to approve the fiscal year 2021 and 2022 budget amendment. This was submitted by City Manager Gerstenberg and City Treasurer Mackey. We received the final proposed budget amendments for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2022, and it considers the following circumstances. It increased revenue by $212,125 from the American Rescue Plan Act grant. It increased revenue by $14,000 from FEMA firefighters grant. Increased fire department expense by $445,200 for purchase of a fire truck. Increased pension additional contributions by $43,525 based on 30% of the net position. It increased sanitary sewer operating expenses by $150,000 for the SAW grant. Decreased interest on all investments. It shows decreased accrued liability as employees purchase unused vacation days, and it decreased water revenue due to decreased water usage. This amendment projects that the general fund will end June 30th, 2022 with a loss for the year of $248,551. However, we are still projecting to the end of the year with a positive fund balance of over $4.2 million.
Nope, 2.4.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Whoa, I can't believe I did it backwards. I used to read it wrong, but that was really wrong, wasn't it? Well, that would be nice. Do you like my math, Mrs. Mack?
Not that I disagree with it, it's just written the other way.
I'm sorry. I'll do that again. We are still projecting to the end of the year with a positive fund balance of over $2.4 million. This situation is attributable to the purchase of the new fire truck. The city paid over $400,000 to purchase the fire truck this budget year. Half of that amount was reimbursed with the American Rescue Plan COVID funds. The other half of the money will not be distributed by the federal government until next year. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the final fiscal year 2022 through 2023 budget amendment as presented.
Support.
Discussion, comments, questions, concerns?
Councilman Scarbuck?
Yeah.
You need to amend your motion because it's the fiscal year 21-22.
Oh, I apologize, I'm sorry.
I apologize for that.
I'll support that amendment sheet motion.
Okay. Comments, questions, concerns? Roll call, please.
Councilman Blair,
Yes.
Councilman Gillis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris,
Yes.
Councilman Martin,
Yes.
Councilman Scarback,
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Bembas.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Our third item of new business is to adopt fiscal year 2022 to 23 city council meeting calendar. The dates, we received the following date, or the dates for the suggested meetings for the fiscal year 22-23. It was the first and third Tuesdays of every month with one exception. And that is to note that the first meeting in August will be scheduled for Wednesday, August 3rd, due to the primary election scheduled for Tuesday, August the 2nd. Also, in accordance with the city charter, the organizational meeting follows each regular city election. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to adopt fiscal year 2022 to 2023 city council meeting calendar as presented.
Support.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Councilman Gillis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris,
Yes.
Councilman Martin,
Yes.
Councilman Scarback,
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Bembas.
Yes.
Councilman Blair.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Our next item of business is to approve the SAW sewer cleaning and televising pay estimate number 1. Algonac secured a 3-year stormwater asset management and wastewater SAW grant through the Michigan Department of Environment, Great Lakes, and Energy. And the City Council approved engineering services for SAW grant asset management plans at their meeting of August 18th, 2020. Sewer cleaning and televising is one of the tasks required to be completed with SAW grant funds. City Council awarded this contract to Deutsche Environmental Services on November 16th, 2021. We have a pay estimate number 1 for us, and we reviewed it, and they're asking for our approval. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve sewer cleaning and televising pay estimate number 1 for work completed April 1 through April 30th, 2022 to Deutsche Environmental Services, whose address is 21221 Mullen Avenue in Warren, Michigan, the amount of $63,458.10.
Support.
Discussion, comments, questions, concerns? Roll call, please.
Councilwoman Harris,
Yes.
Councilman Martin,
Yes.
Councilman Scarback,
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Bembas.
Yes.
Councilman Blair,
Yes.
Councilman Gillis.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Next, we're being asked to approve skate park ramp upgrades. We received a quote from Rampage LLC to purchase 26 Skate Light Pro 4x8 by quarter inch replacement panels and associated stainless steel screws for the skate park. These boards are made from recycled paper sourced from the Midwest, designed to stand up to the daily punishment inflicted by skateboards and BMX bikes. The boards are naturally smooth and fast for less ramp rash and more speed. Incredibly durable for indoor and outdoor installation. Flexible and machinable. Will maintain a safe temperature even in the blazing sun. Fire resistant and easy to clean even from stubborn graffiti. And environmentally friendly and sustainable. May I have the motion, please?
Make a motion to approve skate park ramp upgrades with equipment from Rampage LLC in the amount of $6,292.
Support.
Discussion?
Mayor Stoneburner?
Yes.
If I can address, I see this final bill, $62.92, doesn't include a labor cost. Is that something we do in-house by our DPW?
We have, our DPW work on that. Is that correct, Mrs. Gerstenberg?
Yes, that is correct, Mayor Stovall.
Also, does this include the $700 grant from Algonac Alive?
Mrs. Gerstenberg?
Mayor Pro Tem Bembas, that it does not. Algonac Alive does have $735.35.
Okay.
And that's for the skate park.
That was,
Fund.
from a skate park competition held a couple of years ago. We have not presented this yet to Algonac Alive to ask for that money.
Okay. Anyone else? Roll call, please.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Mayor Stoneburner, can I ask a question?
Mhm.
Will we be getting new paint with this by any chance? On the sides where it's starting to fall off?
Mrs.
When they put
Gerstenberg?
that on, could we add that to the project?
Mayor Stovall, Councilman Scarlett, this is just for the supplying of the boards. It has nothing to do with the paint at all.
Okay.
So I have to talk to Mark
Yeah, that's what I'm asking, is
to
again.
see if,
it's-
because this doesn't include any paint.
No, absolutely, that's what I'm asking, is can we get paint added also, because when you go over there, it's starting to chip off pretty bad,
I'll talk to Mark and see if
Okay.
those artists can come back or
or painted
it
white.
just needs to be, I'll ask him.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else? Roll call, please.
Councilman Martin,
Yes.
Councilman Scarback,
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Bembas,
Yes.
Councilman Blair,
Yes.
Councilman Gillis.
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris.
Yes.
Motion carried.
The next item is to adopt resolution 22-07 for fiscal year 2023 Community Service Infrastructure Fund. City engineers, HRC, actively seek out possible funding sources for their clients. They have suggested that Algonac apply to MDOT for a Community Service Infrastructure Fund, commonly referred to as TEDF Category B. This will be the first time Algonac has applied for these funds. This program was created and designed as a stopgap measure to provide up to $250,000 of additional road funding to villages and small cities with a population of $10,000 or less with a limited ability to fund road projects. Eligible projects include the reconstruction, replacement, rehabilitation, or preventative maintenance of streets. Engineering costs are not eligible. Applications are due June 15th. We received, the resolution that was attached to our packets, for review and approval, as it is required that we, have this resolution in place before we can apply for the grant. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to adopt resolution 22-07 for fiscal year 2023 Community Service Infrastructure Fund as presented.
Support.
Discussion?
One sentence really sticks out to me again, and I just wanna thank Hubble, Roth, and Clark for actively seeking out possible funding sources for their clients, meaning us, and suggesting that we apply for this grant. They're going over and beyond what's expected, and it is appreciated, and good stuff.
I concur. Anyone else? Roll call, please.
Councilman Scarback,
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Bembas,
Yes.
Councilman Blair,
Yes.
Councilman Gillis.
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris.
Yes.
Councilman Martin.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Our next item of business is to approve a change order number 1 for water plant low service pump number 2 repairs. On March 15th, we approved $20,349 for Pump Service International LLC to refurbish all 3 low service pumps. These pumps move large volumes of water at relatively low discharge pressures. Any mechanical work would be extra and quoted after the tear down of the motor. Low service pump number 3 is done without any additional mechanical work needed and is back in service. Low service pump 2 has motor windings that have started to go bad. Motor windings are conductive wires wrapped around a magnetic core that cause the rotor to spin. We received the quote. The cost to fix this problem will be an additional $5,526. Low service pump number 1 continues to operate and has not yet been refurbished. 2 low service pumps must always be in operation in order to provide water to the public. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve change order number 1 for water plant low service pump, number 2 repair by Pump Service International LLC in the amount of $5,526 as presented.
Second.
Discussion, comments, questions, concerns? Roll call, please.
Mayor Stoneburner,
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Bembas,
Yes.
Councilman Blair,
Yes.
Councilman Gillis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris,
Yes.
Councilman Martin,
Yes.
Councilman Scarback,
Yes.
motion carried.
Next, we're being asked to approve change order number 1 for water plant sludge removal. On May 17th, 2022, we approved water plant sludge removal and gate valve repair by Dig Doctor Utility Services in the amount of $5,160 for 1 day of work. During the installation of refurbished low service pump number 3, an excessive amount of accumulated sludge was discovered at the bottom of the pump house well, and it was noted that the gate valve opening the sluice gate would not open more than 75%. The only qualified responding contractor is Dig Doctor Utility. Dig Doctor started working, and based on the amount of sludge discovered, clearly over 6 feet, Dig Doctor estimated that this annually recommended cleaning has not been completed in over 20 years. Significantly more time and work was needed to remove the accumulated sludge. We received their bill to review and approve the changeover for a second full day of work in the amount of $5,160. May I have a motion, please?
Make a motion to approve change order number 1 for water plant sludge removal by Dig Doctor Utility Services in the amount of $5,160.
Support.
Discussion, comments,
Mayor-
questions?
Mayor Stoneberg?
Yes.
I'd like to address one thing. I'm sure everybody caught it as well. It looks like, 20 years. It's been 20 years. Is there a particular maintenance program we get on so this doesn't occur again? I mean, some type of, service plan that comes with this installation? 20 years seems like an awful long time to go unattended. That's all.
Mrs. Gerstenberg?
Thank you, Mayor Stoneburner. Councilman Blair, that is an excellent point. As you know, we have been working to put together such a maintenance plan and an equipment replacement program. And this is one of the things that nobody knew about. We don't have any of that original staff there that could have advised us of such.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Roll call, please.
Mayor Pro Tem Bembas,
Yes.
Councilman Blair,
Yes.
Councilman Gillis,
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris,
Yes.
Councilman Martin,
Yes.
Councilman Scarback,
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner,
Yes.
motion carried.
Next, we're being asked to consider city council meeting time change. According to city charter, city council determines its own organizational rules and order of business, including meeting dates and times. Typically, organizational rules are reviewed each even year, November, immediately following the regular city election. However, it has been recently suggested to change the city council meeting time from 7 p.m. to 6 p.m. as a convenience to residents and a way to encourage participation. It would provide an opportunity for residents conducting business at City Hall to attend the city council meeting immediately following while City Hall is still open, rather than returning an hour later after it closes. The time change may also allow residents to attend the meeting on their way home from work, and residents may find it more appealing knowing they may not have to be out as late. The proposed temporary time change would be during the summer months, beginning with the city council meeting of June 21st through August 16th, 2022. On August 16th, city council would reevaluate whether to continue with the 6 p.m. start time or resume the 7 p.m. start time at the city council meeting on September 6, 2022. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the city council meeting time change from 7 p.m. to 6 p.m. beginning June 21st through August 16th, 2022.
Second.
Comments, questions, concerns, discussion?
Mayor
I'll
Stoneberg?
start.
I do.
No,
Go
let-
ahead.
Thanks,
just
Jay.
Councilman Blair.
I just think this is a great idea. I don't know why it hasn't been thought of in the last 20 years, let's say, in the last, but everything that is in here makes perfect sense, and I think it's, a smart idea to change it to 6 P.M., in my opinion.
Councilman
Yeah, I'll
Scarpelli.
second that. I think it's awesome that we're doing this, and I think we'll definitely get a lot more people showing up and showing support or concerns.
Councilman Gillis, did you have something to say? You look like you.
Well, I
Yeah.
do like I said, I like the idea of trying it, and I know, I think Clay has done this, but if it doesn't work out, we can always move it back if we get feedback from residents that say they'd rather move to 7.
Well, and it may not work with everybody's schedule that's sitting here at the table.
And I agree with.
And so maybe in the
Councilman
summertime, maybe we can do that. I don't know if we wanna keep flip-flopping back and forth. I don't have a preference one way or the other. It doesn't matter to me. But, I thought we don't mind trying it, collect data though, to see if it changes anything, you know, making the time change, affects our attendance here.
Now, the only thing personally, from my point of view, is that, as long as I continue to coach, spring and fall, that won't work for me at 6 o'clock. To be up in Marysville and then get here. So, it may work in the summer, but it won't work for me in the fall.
Councilman Martin, what about winter?
Winter, I'd be fine. It's just for the spring and fall seasons. What,
Well, I know, Councilwoman Harris brought it to our attention. I'm pleased that you did that. And it's something to consider. Personally, I don't mind doing it for the summer, but I do think we should collect data. We should, and we don't want to disenfranchise anybody sitting here at the table.
Right.
Absolutely.
Anyone else? Roll call, please.
Councilman Blair.
Yes.
Councilman Gillis.
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris.
Yes.
Councilman Martin.
yes,
Councilman Scarpelli.
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Bembas.
Yes.
Motion carried.
So we will try a change in time and just see if it makes a difference. May or may not, we'll see. All right, next, we're being asked to approve our accounts payable and payroll. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve accounts payable and payroll in the amount of $271,463.99.
Support. Discussion, comments, questions, concerns? Roll call, please.
Councilman Gillis.
Yes.
Councilwoman Harris.
Yes.
Councilman Martin.
yes.
Councilman Scarpelli.
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem Bembas.
Yes.
Councilman Blair.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Mrs. Gerstenberg, what's on our next agenda?
Thank you, Mayor Stoneburner. We will have the St. Clair County Parks and Recreation 2022 request for the local millage distribution. Approve the Thai Michigan Teal Ovarian Cancer Awareness ribbons. We will have some boards and commissions reappointments. We will have, some preliminary engineering to fix some storm sewers that have collapsed on Lathrop. And, insurance renewal for workman's comp. We'll have a PowerPoint presentation regarding citywide improvements. And we will have Allison Arnold here. She is the Director of St. Clair County Library Services to discuss the library millage proposal that's on the back.
Thank you. All right, council comment. We're gonna change it up a little bit. We're gonna do alphabetical.
Okay, I guess that means
Mayor
me.
Pro Tem Bembas.
All right. Yeah, I hated going to school because every time there was a report done, I had to go first. And it's like, oh my God, where the other kids could see, okay, this is a piece of cake. I had to go up there unprepared. But, I wish I thought about it at the time, and I meant to say it. Linda, excellent job with the budget as always. Is she still here? Oh, hi. You know, we're finally getting to the point where we can have a little bit of a recreation budget. And, if I may suggest, and only a suggestion, is like, the skate park should be under a recreation line on the budget, as well as anything to do with the pool, and if we go ahead with some of our things like the snow machine and all that. You know, we don't have a recreation department, and to me, some of that stuff fits into what other communities would consider a recreation department. Just my thoughts. Hopefully nobody had a camera on Monday, but at 9 o'clock.
I did.
You did? At 9 a.m., I was out doing yoga with 10 other people. It is free for the month of June. Life Care Chiropractic is sponsoring it for June 6th, 13th, 2027. We had over 10 people show up doing yoga. I thought it was pretty cool. I've never done it myself. And some of the things I just pretended to do because these old bones we're not gonna be doing up dog and all that kind of stuff they were talking about. But we're looking for any businesses that wanna support it in the month of July and August, so we can make it a summer event, and everybody's invited. Like me, a lot of new beginners were there, so you don't have to feel, that people are looking at you. If you're brand new, and there were some experts helping. So I thought it was a lot of fun, something new on the riverfront. It was a beautiful day and fun. Music in the park on Thursday. Gail's here selling duck tickets. She'll be out there. Quack, quack. The duck tickets, the money we raise from that helps pay for Halloween in the Neck and all the things we do for the kids. It's a free event for everybody. So please come buy your duck tickets. And so often, I tend to speak about what's going on, and my daughter reminded me, sometimes you gotta look in the mirror and in a rear view mirror and see where you're coming from and not just where you're going. So I was looking, anybody knows I'm on Facebook a lot, and now I got my papers confused because I'm getting used to this, but I was looking at a lot of stuff on Facebook, and a lot of people are giving us good comments on where we're at with our riverfront park. Thank you, Mr. Gillis. Too many papers. I'll be glad when we just got this. And I won't use names, but we've had people saying Memorial Day looked beautiful with all the flags, and they were grateful for the red, white, and blue, and the soldier flags, the veteran flags, the fallen heroic banners. There were people on there talking about that. Somebody writes, best decision was moving out here to lovely Algonac, and they posted the flags with the new swing. And I know we're working to get one on the other side. I think it's great. And just tons of people. Algonac, your river boardwalk looks beautiful, well done. It's great seeing people, especially kids down there, enjoying the park. And I just, for me, it was like, okay, take a minute and breathe. What we got looking out there is just so beautiful. I've only lived in Algonac for 25 years, but this is the best I've ever seen it. And, so take a time and smell the roses, and if you go out there, just kind of look at the flags and what's happened to the park over the last 7 years, 8 years that I've been at council. I think it's beautiful, wonderful. Yes.
All right,
Who's next?
Councilman Blair.
Good evening, all. Again, I'd like to thank our city administration, Linda Mackey, always do a great job on our budget. I know we're a little over budget this year, Mr. Doan. I'm kidding. I'm glad your wish list was able to be met as well. On a little more somber note, I'd also like to send our condolences, or my condolences at least, to the Goulet family and the loss of Annie's wife. Tragedy is around us every day, it seems to be, with all these mass shootings and everything. So I'm glad that we live in a community that is moving forward, and we are very positive about what we're doing in the city. It's that time of the year again for Music in the Park, always exciting. I'd love to see everybody there for that. It's always a great evening with a lot of fun, a lot of camaraderie. And besides that, the weather's getting warm. Everybody started enjoying it, and thanks for coming out this evening.
Councilman Gillis.
All right, good evening, everybody. This Saturday is our first annual in a little while cleanup day. There will be dumpsters set up at DPW. They will pretty much be accepting concrete, tires, household, construction debris, all those things in your yard that normally the garbage company does not take. If you bring it to DPW, it will be hauled away. And we are teaming up with Clay Township, and they will and if you bring it to the Clay Township yard, they will haul away Algonac residents' stuff. They also have a hazardous waste collection at Clay Township that the residents of Algonac are welcome to use. So it'll be Saturday from 8 to 4. I'm gonna try to be there to help people unload their garbage all day, and we can get, I know I got a lot of stuff gotta get out of my house, so hopefully we have quite a few dumpsters going out of here. Music in the park this week, the grilled cheese truck will be there. I don't know, everybody's pretty excited about that. I think that's, and Pearl Beach Lions started their bingo up tonight, so every Tuesday, there is now Lions bingo at Pearl Beach Lions. And I have to go back there as soon as this meeting's over.
Councilwoman Harris.
And I just wanna welcome everyone and congratulate the Algonac High School wrestling team. Good job, Treasurer Mackey and staff, on the wonderful budget you prepared as always. And remind everyone that the 84th Annual Lions Club Pickerel Tournament starts at the end of this month. And that's it. Have a good time and thanks for coming.
Councilman Martin.
Yeah, thank you, administration, for the budget that's presented, and I realize it's a lot of work, and thank you. The wrestling team, very gratifying to see young people put forth the effort, the work, the time, and see the payoff for themselves. So yes, congratulations to the wrestling team. Enjoy the rest of the week. Thank you.
Councilman Scarbic.
I would like to thank the administration for their hard work on the budget. Once again, a great job. I also want to give my condolences to the Galay family. And I also want to say that wrestling program has been years in the making, and that wrestling program is a damn good wrestling program for where they came from. And Mr. Ranger, he is one great coach, and that team's gonna keep getting better and better as they go. And I wanna thank you all for coming out tonight. Actually, one more thing. We signed the contract on the Derby for this year, so it's gonna be October 14th, 15th, and 16th this year, so we're adding another day. The first day, we're gonna have music. If everything goes as well, I probably shouldn't say this yet, but we'll have midget wrestling on Saturday. We're gonna have the Derby and the fireworks show, and then Sunday, we're gonna have the pit bike races. So if everything goes as well, that's the schedule for now. Obviously, things are planned to change, but it's gonna be a great event, so I thank everyone for coming out tonight, and have a good one.
All right, I just want to clear up a few things. There were statements made, during our budget hearing on May 17th, regarding the bonds issued in the past projects for the wastewater treatment plant. And, in 2003, bonds were issued for a trickling filter system. Clay Township paid, and I remember Artie telling me that, they paid off their bonds early, in 2012. Algonac and Ira did not. I mean, the last payment is due in 2023, and we have one final payment of $66,000 that will be made, and if you looked at the budget closely, it's in there. In 2014, bonds were issued for a bar screen, and these bonds have not been paid off by Algonac, Clay, or Ira. Each year, each community contributes $75,000 to an equipment replacement fund, and this payment is also budgeted in the 22-23 budget. The county uses the money from the equipment replacement fund to make the annual bond payment for the repairs, or the equipment replacement. Also during that meeting, statements were made regarding another local community that helps businesses stay in the city by considering small business in their budget process. There are many things a community can do to support small business and encourage economic development. For example, a community may emphasize their assets like outdoor recreation, museums, engage residents and business owners to develop a vision for the community's future, create incentives for redevelopment, and make it easier for interested businesses and developers to invest in the city. However, one thing a community cannot do is expend any public funds for a private purpose. That's illegal under Michigan law. and for over a century. This Michigan Supreme Court has been consistent in its rulings regarding that issue. And then lastly, in 2009, the 2019 infill and infiltration plan, there was a statement regarding the plan submitted by Algonac to the county in 2019. That plan was submitted to the county on December 12th, 2019, and was posted on Facebook on May 23rd, 2022, for those members of the public that are interested. And it's important that we, when we know something is being said and we need to get the accurate information out. But those of you at home, now you know what's going on with the bonds, the small business support and infill and infiltration plan from 2019. And I would like to thank the administrative staff, Mrs. Gerstenberg, Treasurer Mackey, Lisa, everybody involved. I know it's a tremendous undertaking when you do the budget. And there's sometimes you have 7 people coming at you from all over the place asking questions because we want to understand what we're looking at as well. And I appreciate your patience with all of us. And I will continue to seek your counsel when we need to do that, and I'm sure everybody up here will too. And with that,
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
let me finish asking
No,
you.
sorry.
No, Councilman Blair.
I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned.